Hello Aries, this is your reading for the week of the 3rd of July to the 9th of July. Please keep in mind these are general readings and they might not resonate with everyone. Let's shuffle our cards first today. I decided on this orange citrine today. Just seemed to be the right stone for Aries today. So, what's in store for Aries this week? 3rd of July to the 9th of July. Please, Spirit, give us the right answers for the 3rd of July to the 9th of July. One more time. This council is still relatively new. So, what is the overall energy? The 7 of Swords in reverse. Let's create a bit more space here. The 7 of Swords in reverse. And then we have the 10 of Wands. Oh, huffing and puffing. The King of Pentacles. The 7 of Cups in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. The King of Swords. The 2 of Pentacles in reverse. The Page of Cups. The Queen of Pentacles. And the Fool. So let's look into this. It looks like this week you're particularly clear about a certain issue, and you avert a lot of unnecessary stress and almost drama. But you have been working extremely hard on something for quite a while, and it has become quite burdensome. It looks like you are doing a lot to establish your financial welfare, and you have been investing a lot into a project. But it seems like you also now leave a few of the fairy tales and dreams behind that just haven't really borne fruit for you. It looks like you also stopped investing into something. It doesn't look particularly passionate in that sense. It's more like you've come to your senses, and you've been investing and working towards something you were hoping for, but this week you kind of woke up from your slumber, and you're also not in limbo about a decision anymore. You're actually pretty clear. You extend your cup of love to someone, or you approach a situation in a very warm manner, and you with a lot of maturity and patience, actually, in order to open up a bit more to a new situation. I couldn't really tell what this is in relation towards, but I see there's a huge epiphany this week where you're just cutting through a few of the misunderstandings you've been working through in recent weeks. So let's look a bit deeper into the energies, what exactly this is about. So energies for Aries. So the Page of Swords in reverse and the 4 of Cups in reverse. So it seems like now it reminds me a bit more of a person. You're averting drama by just not looking into what a certain person or a certain group of people does, and you're also done rejecting them or being rejected. It's more like you leave a few chapters behind you where it seems like you have been investing a lot of your interest, and you have been rejected, and you leave this behind. The Ten of Wands, you have been struggling and striving a lot towards something, and now you're just going to the Two of Wands, meaning like you focus very clearly on something. Someone else tries to avert a tower moment. Um, so it seems like something has been building up and brewing for quite a while. It doesn't seem particularly unfriendly, but also not particularly friendly. It's more like you have been working alongside with a lot of force someone else, but it really didn't come together. And now you try to be more focused rather than just, just like this guy here, carrying burdens that are particularly heavy, and you're just investing a lot of your strength and force into it. You try to focus a bit more. And the other, what comes from the outside, either one specific person or a group of people, I'd say, is just try to avert some sort of collision. um, you're expecting your King of Pentacles, so you have been investing thoroughly and probably working towards a financial goal. Um, yeah, you're still in that with the Ace of Pentacles, so you're giving it all a bit of a fresh new energy, that you really want to invest in your financial wealth. And yeah, the world is happy to reciprocate and give into this. So if this is you investing into work and putting a lot of, it seems like you're just with a lot of strength and fervor and endurance. You have been working towards a project, and this is highly reciprocated either from your boss, who's very sees you for your efforts and reciprocates this sort of energies, that they say that and they acknowledge that. Or if it is a person, like in a romantic sense, your partner is very grateful and receives this gift with a lot of reciprocation, like wants to reciprocate this strong giving nature you have at the moment. But then the Seven of Cups in reverse, what is this about? It's the King of Swords in reverse and Temperance. So it looks like you have been very romantically, in a sense, investing into something. And you thought, maybe by giving my strength and my power and my efforts, I will also give my emotions. But now you're coming off that a bit, and it feels like you're almost exhausted and feel like it's been futile. So you've been very clear in the sense that it almost confuses you. But the others, what comes from the outside is like it's perceived with a lot, with temperance, so with a lot of patience, and they understand that you have almost a time of mental and emotional exhaustion, about this entire endeavor of yours that you've been continually working towards. And as a consequence, you have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So you're not so willing anymore to probably towards the mid of the week to invest that much anymore, just to give it your all. And seem to be quite determined about this. So you have still a lot of strength, but you're not willing to invest in it. And the other party, it really looks like this is more about work, or it's more about the practicalities of a relationship. Eight of Wands in reverse is the energy it is met with. So it's like, it feels like there's a bit of a break here, like a bit of a disillusionment, like, oh, I've been working so hard and with so much fervor, but what is this all good for? And yeah, it's almost you're a bit grumpy. Like, I've been giving so much and it has been reciprocated, but now like you both retreat a bit, and the other party feels like, I'm going to retreat and I'm not going to talk so much about it. Yeah, so it's basically you pushing forwards but being a bit grumpy, and the other person just, I don't need to comment on that. It's okay. They're still in this I do have patience for that, and I don't need to comment every single bit. That's just not perfect. But then we come into the King of Swords. You go to the Hermit in reverse, and the other person goes to Six of Cups in reverse. So you seem to be coming out of your grumpiness and your hermitage almost. So looks a bit like a storm in a water glass, really. Um, so you're coming out and coming forward and probably express your feelings of being unhappy, whereas the other person says like, well, if you're unhappy, I'm unhappy too. And even though I do see that you've been investing a lot, I'm not necessarily willing to be so giving all the time. And then suddenly it seems to be completely swayed, or just like it's almost some moment of truth here with the Two of Pentacles, where something that has been in the air brewing up, which doesn't look too bad. It's just a lot of energy invested, but it's not so much with emotion. It's more like, oh, I've been working so hard and no one really sees this, even though it has been reciprocated. And then not, and then you go into the Five of Swords. So, okay, now I do believe you there is something deeper underlying issue you're having here. And the other person also sees that with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's like, okay, there is something you're really worried about. It's not just that you've been working so hard and you don't feel acknowledged for it. It's more than just ego. And the other person also sees like, okay, we need to have a moment of truth and go back to what it was that made you unhappy. So they see there is a real issue now that has evolved, and it's not just a blip that you can be overlooked, which is a good thing. So it seems like you're addressing a few things that you're unhappy with, and the other person is also willing to talk about it. And you seem to be grateful here about it and open up also emotionally about a few things. And yeah, here nicely supported with the strength. So you're coming back to this very robust sort of power you've been coming in with. And it is reciprocated by the High Priestess in reverse. So even though the other side is willing to listen to your very warm words and to your very warm extension of a benevolent energy, they do not quite know what to make of it, and also seem to be not fully willing to accept what is being said. Um, we come into the Queen of Pentacles, which would suggest that this is a really fruitful conversation nonetheless. But I see a bit of almost lack of foresight from the other side. And with you, we have the Knight of Wands. So you know what you want and you want to delve forward, but now in a more playful manner. So it's like, yeah, you just have learned here through this entire process, like, yeah, I'm in full bloom and I do bring a lot of good things to the table, and now I want to have a bit more fun, like play a bit more my playful side. And the other, it's more like hitting a wall of air, sort of. It's like the other energy is more like the Hanged Man. They're trying to still figure out what they haven't understood about this, and trying to see it from a different sort of perspective, almost at a loss. It feels like your energy areas is almost like, just like you're creating the entire scene as is in an act, and you are 10 actors and there's just one other actor, and they just don't know what to make with all this energy. And then you end up going on to the Fool, like you're opening up to whatever happens, whereas here you've been adding and adding and adding to the situation, also with a lot of playfulness. Now we have the King of Wands in reverse. Where you're like, okay, I tried so hard with where to place my energies, and now I feel like it's just not wanted, and you come back to this. I'm being grumpy then, and it's also reflected by the other energy, like the Nine of Wands. Like they grow tired from like, okay, we need to go back to solve some issue. I'm not really sure what this is about. Let's change perspective and passively look at it. And then I feel like they almost have to fight you when they're tired about it. And it's like you're throwing all the cards back in the air. It very much reminds me of a work situation, like you're investing a lot for quite a while into a project with a lot of energy, but it seems like the project is not really fulfilling you, and you kind of, just you need to evolve to the next sort of stage. And it's just not coming, and you feel like you are being blocked by probably a superior. And and they also grow tired of taming your energies. So oh, I hope you don't hear that. These are my notifications. I need to get them off. um let's look into what the universe has to say to this. The Tower, the High Priest, and the Five of Swords. Yeah, it looks like you've grown out of something and you've achieved your highest form of evolution in what you're doing right now. You have been investing with a lot of very profound energy, and you also accumulated a lot of physical wealth. But now you cannot progress in this anymore, and you need to be looking for something else now, because you have achieved the highest position you can achieve in this, and everything else will just it will not progress you anymore. And it looks like also the Fool here suggests like try to look for something else, because you cannot progress any further in this specific area, whatever this refers to you. um so yeah, it looks like, but overall, it looks like it's a really robust week. I mean, it's not too crazy here. I mean, we do have the Tower in reverse and the Nine of Wands, but it's more like what's coming towards you. You are in your energy is just a bit tiring for your surroundings, but that's all right. Overall, it looks like a pretty happy week where you're just discovering there are natural boundaries and you just need to look for something else. And it seems like pretty much by the end of the week, you will be there, Aries. And I hope that helped, and hope to see you again next week. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye.